here is one that I'm just like beside myself on. Bethesda putting up basically a paywall, another paywall. In Ars Technica, there was a story that caught my eye where they're rolling out $100 a year subscription for Fallout 76, just when Fallout 76 was starting to gain some steam again, and then Bethesda basically puts another paywall out, and it just never fails. Like, I just don't understand. The cash grab is so real right now, and to me, you know, you can only invite 7 to 8 people on a private server. So you're limited in the amount of people. And then the persistence doesn't happen after the guy who is subscribed for the 12 months logs out. There's no persistence after that. At least that's what's being reported right now. We're not quite sure if that's the way that it's going to be in Fallout 76, but apparently the person who is the person who starts a server has to have this Fallout First pass, and they've got to be subscribed. And they're reporting that they believe once the person who has this plan, who opened the server up, closes it down, essentially everything gets wiped and you got to start over from the very beginning. And to me, I'm so sick and tired of this type of tactic from game publishers. It's something that there has to be alternate ways in which I don't know, you can't really disguise it. You can't, like, it's always there. Like, you know, the DLC content, you know, you get these kind of paywalls in the forms of subscriptions. Anytime you start to see this stuff, it's just a bad taste you're putting in gamers' mouths. And there has to be another model. Like, I just feel like there has to be something that's more palatable to the gamer. I'm so tired of seeing these types of things happen where it's just so blatant. I'm tired of seeing gamers continue to just fall for it or feeling like they have to do it for the games that they like. You know, why does it have to be this way all the time? You know, there seems to have, you know, to me, it just seems like this should evolve or develop into some other type of other tactic or strategy the game publishers are going to use that's more palatable to a model in which it's more understandable to the gamer rather than just basically hitting you with a subscription paywall right in the face. And, you know, I read the article and it was a pretty balanced article, but at the end of reading this, I just came away with just a really bad kind of hit to the gut reaction on what Bethesda is doing. And I'm just tired of seeing this type of thing happen over and over again. And you know what's going to end up happening to me? You're going to see a lot of people that are just going to go over to The Outer Worlds, which is another title that Bethesda is rolling out, the new RPG sci-fi, The Outer Worlds. We covered that on Tuesday. And we talked a lot about that. If you missed that, go to the YouTube channel. We talked about The Outer Worlds, what we thought of it, kind of tongue-in-cheek sci-fi. It reminds me of like the choices you make in Fable, you know, make you either a good or a bad person, and then it also kind of was tongue in cheek. It kind of had that Leisure Suit Larry vibe to it as well. So The Outer Worlds looks really interesting to me, but it doesn't have any multiplayer. Another feature, you know, this is one of the reasons I was actually looking forward to Fallout 76, and they just released this horribly. Fallout 76 by far one of the most top, I would say in the top 5 categories of games that was released horribly. Bugs and glitches, and the rollout of this game was so bad. They couldn't have done a worse job in the way that Bethesda brought out Fallout 76, and you had so much demand for this game. And then they finally worked out the bugs and the kinks, and they said, okay, here we go. We're going to give it a shot. They finally started gaining back steam. People started logging back in. People started playing it. They said, hey, you know what? I'm starting to enjoy it again. And then, boom, they hit you with this right in the face. And it's just, to me, the dumbest. Like, who's running the show? You know, one of the dumbest business moves of all time. And I saw this story and I had to share it with you guys because it just doesn't make sense to me that people are that stupid. You know, you've got a company that's multi-million-dollar company, and they just can't make a good decision to save themselves. And, you know, I think they'll make quite a bit. I think they'll make quite a bit with The Outer Worlds coming out tomorrow But, you know, to me, it's like you're going to see a lot of people, you know, leaving this because they're feeling like, you know, F you, Bethesda, for doing this. And then they're going to fall in the same trap. They're going to go over to the Outer Worlds and somehow they're going to find a way to screw you over there as well with DLC content. But yeah, the Outer Worlds not having multiplayer, and the reason why I liked Fallout 76 before I saw its initial rollout and realized how bad it was with all the bugs and glitches, the reason why I was looking forward to Fallout 76 was because they had the multiplayer. Because, you know, the only other game Bethesda really gets into with the multiplayer is ESO. And, you know, with ESO, it's a PvE grind quest with other people. It's more a co-op than anything else. There's not a lot of PvP. And to me, I was thinking to myself, hey, you know, I like the fact that, you know, Bethesda's going to bring out this and that there's going to be some PvP quality to Fallout 76. And then they just screwed it up. They just screwed it up. They just completely screwed it up from the very, 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 very beginning. So, you know, pretty interesting story. Tell me what you guys think. All in all, just another failed, just another way to hack down the amount of momentum that the game was finally getting. So put down the comments. Tell me what you guys think in the comments below, and I will see you on the next vid.